Hey everybody, welcome in. Had to clean up. My wife definitely appreciates this better now. She was like, it's not fair, you get to look 30 years younger in just one day. So either she thought I was like, nah, 60 years old, or she thinks I now look like a baby. So what do you guys think it is? I want to hear in the comments below. But we are going to be jumping into a team that I haven't been able to use for a while. I haven't been able to get it to just really pop on off recently, and that is a stun lock team or a lockdown team, and it'd be perfect to use in lockdown while a lot of us are in lockdown. But the one issue I have with this is speed. So I just can't get enough speed out there to continually have turns. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go and stun here. Stun his syndrome. I think it still seems like the opponents are getting the same sort of speed buffs that hero is giving out. So all tech characters, because his syndrome is as fast as mine, and whereas mine should be 10% faster. So there is that. Looking for the charms, looking for the extra charms is what we're all here for. And this is kind of the theory. This is the theory of what is going to be happening with the team. And now I am just going to continually. I'm just going to give a turn over here back to Shan, get him to have a taunt off, and get him charging back up his abilities. And I want to give this back to. I want to give this back to Jack Sparrow. So I want to give him the tactics. That is going to give him the guaranteed double charm. And now I can just drop some pot over. Now this is there are two things that are killer for this team. And one of the things is taunters, tanks, and tanks are a whole lot better. They're a whole lot faster. They're getting their turns quick. So, and that just shuts down the team because this team has nothing to get around a tank. So things like this, I can drop speed. I can put them to sleep. Now I may need to run like maybe potion, maybe drop potion in there instead of the fairy slumber, because right here now I can't. There's no point in me using my double charm there because I just slept them. So it'll do absolutely nothing. So maybe I just need to work out the spells just a little bit better and see if that helps my situation with this team. But it's definitely tanks, but not only tanks, it is also speed teams. Since all the teams are getting faster and faster and faster, well, we have seen these types of teams all just kind of fall off. So these teams have potential, but they just don't have as much potential anymore for doing what they need to do. Ooh, I'll take that crit. Pew! Right, and then stun lock, charm lock, and he doesn't get a turn. So that is all kind of the theory behind what this team is. So let's go jump in. But if I can't get it to work against the bot, then I'm not sure how well this team will now do to other proper real player team, and especially for OP meta teams, I have a feeling that it's still okay. Let me just change this. I'm just going to change up the spell and put in a mortal potion just to give me something to purge and get around the tank. And if we can do that, then hopefully we can actually maybe get this to work. But we'll have to wait and see for that. Wait to see if we get an opponent. There we go. So this is going to be a perfect showing of what it's going to be like in the meta. And with hero going first, it's going to depend whose hero goes first. And theirs always seem to. Now it could just be 50% chance each time. I know for them, they're going first above mine, so it's not always the opponent's one goes first, because that can be true for both cases. Oh, man. Killer. I just, like, at the moment, Bubbles and Maui is a far better stun lock than an actual stun lock team, which is, I can't even get around. Like, here we go. Here's the problem right here. Boom. Can't get around the Maui taunt. And got beaten by speed, now locked behind a taunt. So at the moment, these teams just don't quite have enough in them to be competitive now. Like, at the moment, 100% Bubbles Maui or Tactics Maui, Tactics Elsa is a better stun lock, a lockdown team than a full team built around that. So, yikes, there is that. So, this is a team I want to revisit when there gets something else. There just needs something else to be added in for these characters. These characters are just too behind the meta. They can't keep up with the meta. So, I will have to revisit this team at another time. So let me know what you guys think. Is there anything I can do to change up this team as a stun lock team without just going like the old Bubbles Maui, Bubbles Elsa, like we kind of mentioned? This team, if you go back, this is the first like team building team I ever made. So if you look back at my old videos, this stun lock team used to hold its own. And with all the recent characters, the newer characters, it just can't hold up. Now, I previously didn't run Hero in here. I would run something else in here instead of Hero. I've tried with Dr. Facilio, how he can use his polymorph like kind of like a stun lock. But also Buzz is who I used to originally use for the quick stun. But as we see, like, these characters are just not holding up. And even with the Hero lead, it's just not enough. So let's go. Last time, let's see if I can get the lead off, and actually when I do have the first turn advantage, look, the rest of his team is still faster than mine. So there is that. That's going to be the killer. I'm going to go and stun Hero, and got the stun. Got the slow on Anna, which is nice. Now, this is pretty much where it's going to go downhill. It's the new characters are just too fast for all of these. Just far too fast, far too hard hitting. So yikes! And there we go, locked behind a taunt. So there's our answer. This team is not really doing it. So if you have any ideas for upgrading this, let me know in the comments below. This used to be one of my favorite, a real fun, unique team for locking things down, and just if you were accurate and you were controlling, you could plan this out very well. Whereas now you just get overrun, which I think it's a good thing that stun locks were probably not a good idea, especially for if people can just lock you out of the game. That's not really fun. It's fun with, I'm just going to say it's fun for the planning of using it, but outside of that, it is horrendous. Now, who is going to be the faster of the lot? I'm going to go in here, get a stun on Anna. I'm going to leave Kristoff as is. He's already used his taunt. I don't have to worry about him. So that is kind of the idea there, is that I'm not going to worry about Kristoff. And yikers. And then he's going to get a turn as well, so he gets him before me. So yeah, let me know if there's anything you think I can do to improve this as a stun lock team. I wanna give that a go. I wanna play around with the idea, and I'll revisit this into the future. But for now, it's just not. It can't do what it's meant to do. So I think I'm going to drop this as a no longer viable team. Anyway, I can't wait to hear from you guys. I'm not going to make you guys sit through another match like this. So I'll see you guys in the comments below.